Welcome to the world debut of the third generation 2025 VW Tiguan. It's a very popular crossover. It's the best-selling nameplate for VW. And in this video, I'm gonna show you inside and out, tell you all the specs, everything we know so far, and a lot of things has changed. So let's get going. Yes, indeed, this is the third generation of the Tiguan, and it looks all new. So if you take a wider look at the entire new crossover, the wheelbase remains about the same as it was before on the 2024 model, but the rear overhang is a little bit shorter, the front overhang is a little bit shorter, so overall the exterior dimension is a little bit shorter this way. But if you look at it from the front, it's actually a little bit wider than before. So yeah, it's new design, as you can tell right there. We have the daytime running lights on right now. The model you're looking at right now is the top of the line SEL R line. So this has got basically nearly all the bells and whistles. Here's what it looks like from the rear. And just so you're clear, right there it says SEL. It says 4Motion. 4Motion, of course, is all-wheel drive. The top of the line model is only available in all-wheel drive because it has to, of course, naturally. The wheels are new. These are 20-inch wheels. And the power has changed also. So underneath this hood is a 2-liter turbocharged TSI engine. And really, it's the EA 888 Evo 5. So what does that mean? So the EA 888 engine family originally was born in 2008, and in 2009 it got the Best Engine Award, and it's still here in its latest iteration, basically 5th generation of that, and the power has come up. So it used to be 184 horsepower, now it's 201. The torque used to be 221, now the torque, well, we don't have the final spec yet, but should be very similar. Of course, front-wheel drive versions will also be available. And I couldn't wait. I just wanted to show you the inside kind of briefly. Here you go. And of course, we can dig into this and get all the details and the rest. So by the way, efficiency EPA ratings are not available yet. So yes, it's a 2-liter. It's basically the only powertrain available. It's a turbocharged engine, 201 horsepower, and the efficiency should increase because the engine is different, it's a little bit more efficient, and overall the car has lost almost 200 pounds. And that's through aluminum suspension components and ultra high strength steel in the body. So it's a little bit lighter. That also means that acceleration should be better as well. All right, let's get inside and actually check this out because there's a lot of new tech, new interior materials, and the rest, new screens as well. So I'm gonna just go in accessory mode just to show you some of the features and what's available here with this new Tiguan. So yeah, in the third quarter of this year, in 2024, VW sold over 21,000 of these. So yeah, this is very important to them. It's also very important to them globally. In other countries, Tiguans may be slightly different, but it's of course very important for VW in the United States because a lot of you guys and gals really love the Tiguan. Like I said before, this is the top of the line, SEL R line. And of course, it's got the all-wheel drive system, and it's got this, the huge 15-inch diagonal infotainment screen with the new atmospheres feature that I'll show you in a second. And over here, it has basically the gauge cluster, which is a 10.25-inch diagonal screen, which is now standard on every model. VW is going to have the S, the SE, SE R line Black, and SEL R line. So there's going to be several trim levels. There's going to be front-wheel drive and all-wheel drive variants of it. So I'm thinking that VW is looking to extend their success and actually increase sales and offer more choices for you guys as well. Now, here in the center console, there's no more, the shifter is not here. The transmission shifter is actually up here now on the stock. Park, drive, neutral, reverse, and sport modes. So this is right here. Now, this is a new volume knob, but it also is your drive mode selector. And also here you can kind of increase the volume, decrease the volume. But if you push on it, it says you can select which atmosphere you would like, which is basically interior theme. I'll explain it in a second. And then also you can swipe, and this is your drive modes: snow, off-road, custom, sport, eco. So I love this. First of all, I love that eco is available. It is a turbocharged engine, and turbocharged engines are powerful, but they can also be thirsty. So just the fact that you can select the eco mode and maybe get a couple of better MPGs out of it, I think it's always a good thing. Of course, sport mode is available. If you're feeling a little bit frisky, you can do that. And then, of course, now let's take a look at the themes. So first of all, there's a lot of ambient colors. So you can see this is kind of backlit. There's another light here. There's light down below, kind of where the door armrest is. By the way, this interior is beautiful. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Double stitch, multicolor. And this is American walnut wood. Let me try to get you a better look at that. So this is the American walnut wood right here. By the way, here for the window switches, they're all the way they used to be. My mirror controls, very, very simple. My trunk release, my hatch release right there. Once again, backlit here. The steering wheel is nice and beefy. So I think a lot of traditional features with new tech. I am actually very pleased from my first impression here. I used to own a 2002 VW Golf, and so I've been in the family. I used to have a Mark II Mark II Jetta GLI, and I've had several Audis in my past as well. So I'm kind of familiar with this brand from some time ago. So some of this looks familiar to me. For example, like the steering wheel, how it feels. It's very, very good, very chunky. And it has buttons for your cruise control, your IQ drive settings, and your selectable settings here on the right. Of course, it says an R line right here. Now let's dig into the screen a little bit more. So you have different tiles. Let me get a better position here for you. Different tiles, everything is configurable. Let's take a look at the IQ drive settings a little bit more. So this has travel assist, which is basically a level 2 autonomous system. So it's not really a true hands-free drive mode, but it will help you steer, help you keep the distance between you and the vehicle in front of you. So all of that is available. And it has many other features. Some of them you can see here. You can kind of select different settings, speed warnings. You can turn it off and on. And a lot of them have descriptions and kind of sub-settings. Also, if this is overwhelming for you, if the screen may be a little bit overwhelming, there's also a lot of tips. It'll help you kind of configure it. Like for example, if you touch the center square, this is basically the home button. And all of a sudden it shows you the map, some of your tiles. You can move them around a little bit, set up your radio stations, your satellite radio, your Spotify, or maybe some other audio app. And then let me go back here. And then, well, yeah, of course. So for example, ambient light, you can change as well. Let me see, vitality. You can kind of see the light changed in here, a little bit under here. It's kind of hard to tell in some of this lighting. I'm here in the studio right now, right before the LA Auto Show. So just bringing you all the latest news, and you can kind of select the colors. The color selections may change depending on the model. Of course, this is the most optioned one, so you can kind of configure it one way or another. And this one has more color choices and selections for you. Now, vehicle, exterior, you can kind of control different settings like exterior lights. I mean, I could be here for another 45 minutes reconfiguring this vehicle, configuring it for you. But a lot of what Atmospheres is about, this, where you can kind of select maybe your favorite playlist, your favorite color option, and kind of select and make it your own, actually. So there you go. There's even off-road modes. So you can configure it infinitely here, but you can also kind of create shortcuts for it in a way with Atmospheres. So you can do a little bit of all of that. By the way, hazard lights are here, and it's very easy, right in the center. You don't have to hunt around for it up above or below. This is kind of the little lights. By the way, these are touch sensitive. You just touch the light itself and it turns off or on. Theater light style. Now, I'm not done yet. Hold on a second. Let's go back here. Seats. This has massage, front, passenger, and driver massage. So I can click a button on the side of the seat, and in real time, it will show me, for example, my back is being massaged right now, and it's moving up my back. Right there. You can select different styles, and it's actually pushing me quite well. You know, some massaging seats are a little bit too gentle for most people, but this one is actually, I can feel, and of course you have that as a passenger here as well. You can control your volume here. You can control your temperature here. This is touch sensitive, or you can control it on the screen up and down. You could sync it or unsync it. So there's several different ways to control your temperature, including voice. I'm not going to do voice activation for you right now. This is a kind of a pre-production vehicle, and I haven't tried it yet, so I don't want to start speaking and controlling different things without, you know, being kind of smooth here. The drive for this new Tiguan is still a few months away. I'll tell you a little bit more. Sorry about that. I'll tell you a little bit more about availability in a second. So I showed you quite a bit, explained you quite a bit. Let me get in the back seat and show you some of the utility of this new Tiguan. So here's where I was sitting, and then now let me get kind of behind myself. Once again, I think this interior looks really great. All right, so I do have space. I'm just about 6'3". Let me kind of turn this around for you and kind of show you a little bit. I'm 6'3". I have headroom. My hair is basically not touching. There is a panoramic sunroof here, and I have knee room, and I'm sitting behind myself with the front seat almost all the way back. So this is pretty crazy. Harman Kardon system. The stereo system is here. 12 speakers. You have little pockets behind each seat. Up there for your devices. Here for some of your stuff. Ventilation, heated seats, USB-C type chargers for your devices. I think VW have thought of almost everything. Pretty much everything. I mean, I'm struggling to think of features that they haven't thought of. And this is very important. Like I said, I mean, everybody loves a crossover. And of course, this segment is very, very competitive. So you gotta bring your A game. So here's in the back. Of course, there's a little shelf, your little cargo cover. You can remove it, by the way, with these little strings. And super simple. That's the way they've done it for forever. Little cubbies, so you have a little storage here, down here, in here. You can fold seats right there, here as well. You can see kind of inside right now, right there. And down here there's kind of a space saver spare tire, and part of the subwoofer as well for the audio system. So, and also a little bit of storage. So if you have like gloves or ropes or something else, your tire changing kit is right here, easily accessible. Everything is just very, very simple. VW will have several exterior color options, interior options. Let me close this again. And the lights have now turned off on the vehicle, so you kind of get a chance to actually see it just sitting here by itself. By the way, if you want to mount a hitch, you could do that. It's not going to be available from the factory, but the new engine is a little bit more powerful, so VW says you will be able to tow up to about 1,800 pounds. But this is a segment, of course, this kind of a compact crossover SUV segment is not the one that towing is very important. But if you want to bring like a bike carrier or something on the back, you could actually add a hitch to it, add a bike carrier or maybe some other accessory, and actually continue on your adventure. And as you saw inside, it does have an off-road mode as well. And of course, we'll have to test it and drive it. So the new third generation Tiguan is going to be available starting in the summer of 2025. I hope to be, or TFL hopes to be there at the first drive event so we can kind of show you how it drives. It should be a little bit more quick off the line, lighter weight, more power, but of course it's loaded with features too. We don't have pricing yet. So if you're wondering about price, that's not available quite right now. It will be available a little bit closer to launch of this vehicle, but don't expect pricing to change too much. Like I said, the front-wheel drive S model will be available, and if you compare it to the current front-wheel drive Tiguan S model, which starts very close to 30,000 bucks, including destination, that should be the price of this vehicle going forward as well. But I don't have the price on this one, the one with all the features. That will come in just a little bit. Thanks for joining me. Check out alltfl.com. We are going to be at the LA Auto Show, so we'll bring you all the latest as well, and all the news from VW and every other manufacturer, or as many news as we can cover. Really appreciate it. We'll see you next time.